If you're in the market for a vinyl tonneau cover that flips up to the back glass and gives you full access to your bed, you might want to check this one out. First thing we want to do is take this weather stripping and line it all the way across the front of the bed. So we're going to cut that to size and get that to fit. We're going to grab the side rails. So this one's for the driver's side. I'm going to use the 3 clamps and evenly distribute them, but not tighten them down all the way, just in case we need to move them a little bit. You can go ahead and take this rod and go ahead and connect it right here. And then that will just sit right in there. Now you want to take the cover and just line it up straight towards the bed. And then just set it up close. And then we're going to lean this back towards the cab. And then we're going to take this piece right here and we're going to connect it right here to keep that secure and out of our way. And then you can also take the other side and prop that up as well. If you lift this cover up, you'll see this little slit right here. So you're going to take this bracket right here and you're going to slide that straight right there into that hole, and then it's going to go all the way over to this side. Once you get the bracket over here, you want to take your 2 screws and slide them through there and go ahead and tighten those up. Now we'll take our second bracket and do the exact same thing. Once you get it positioned where you want it, you can take the provided Allen wrench, stick that up top, and then take you a 10mm socket and tighten it up. After you tighten these brackets down, you can see it raised it up just a little bit, so I want all this to be the same level. So I'm going to loosen these up and raise them up just a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and tighten them down. Before we move on to the back, you'll notice that there's a lock right here. So when this closes, it's actually going to latch right here. So I've loosened this up with a Phillips screwdriver, and you just want to fold this cover down and make sure that this catches the actual lip of the side track. So we're going to test that out first and adjust where we need to. Once you fold this cover down, you want to take this latch and go up under the side rail and then tighten it down in that position. That way you know exactly where it's going to close. Now you want to grab this handle and make sure that it does come open, and it does. So we've got the position of that correct. Same thing on this side, slide it right up under that side rail and then go ahead and tighten the screws. After you've tightened it up, grab the handle and make sure it does come up, and it does, and then make sure it also closes back down. So that's perfect. There's another set of latches for the next close, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure that these are correct as well. I've got the second closure positioned correctly, so now we can move on to the back. I'm going to start on the driver's side. I took these bolts loose, and then I took this off to reveal the adhesive. I'm going to go ahead and stick that on right now. I'm going to hold this down, let it stick to the side. What I suggest is taking a clamp and stick it right in here and clamp that down. That way when you go to tighten these down, it doesn't pull this loose. Now take the provided Allen wrench and loosen this up. You want to slide this up and tighten it down to where it's touching the bottom lip of the bed. Now on to the other side. I'm I'm gonna give this some time to adhere to the truck bed. What you can do in the meantime is take this back bracket and loosen it up. I already went ahead and did that, and I raised the bracket up as high as it would go because I actually had to raise the front brackets up just a little bit for the latch to catch. So once this is done, I'm gonna test that fitment out and make sure that it does close securely. So you can see that I did have to raise this up just about a 1/4 inch. It says in the instructions to have it flush, but it would not close correctly when I had it flush. So I did have to go back and raise these side rails about a 1/4 of an inch. Now that these have been sitting for about 5 or 10 minutes, I can go ahead and take that loose, and that looks like it is good and secure. So let me unclamp the other side and we'll check fitment. Same thing with the other 2 closures. You want to take this and slide it in position to catch that bracket. I do want to show you that once you adjust the locks on the sides, when you bring them in, it does leave a little bit of loose cable right there. Not a huge deal, but just so you're aware, you will have a little bit of loose cable. I also want to show you when you go to close this, sometimes it does not latch by itself, but it did latch that time, but the other side did not latch. So what you do is you just push it down and you should be good to go. I do want to show you this back bracket. It's not sticking perfectly with that adhesive, but it does have those 2 bolts that holds it in place. So if this were to come out a little bit, you could simply adjust this lock right here back just a little bit, and then you'll be able to lock it down. Okay guys, we are all done here with this install, so go ahead and check it out. It doesn't look bad. I do need to go back and tweak a few things, so I need to probably adjust that to where it closes a little bit better. And then also on this side, I might bring that down a little bit. So, but yeah, there she is. I did go ahead and go back and adjust that, so it seems to be good now. So let me just show it off. I want to give you my final thoughts on the cover. I will say it's very difficult to install by yourself, so it'd be a lot better with 2 people. The biggest reason it takes a while to install it is it's got so many adjustments and things you have to make in order for it to fit your bed properly. Honestly, that could be a good thing, because if you were to sell your truck and you wanted to take this cover off, you could take it with you and potentially put it on a different truck, as long as the bed length was the same. Another thing that I'm not crazy about with this cover is the track system. I think I would rather have a full length. It's just a lot easier to install, and I feel like it would be a little bit better supported. Now, the cable track system works pretty well when you pull the trigger, but I'm not crazy about the fact that when I had to move it in, it left a little bit dangling, but it's not a huge deal. Another thing you need to know is the directions say to have this side rail sit flush with the bed. Well, in my case, I could not do that. I had to raise it up just a little bit in order for the latches to actually engage. So I did have to raise it up just about a 1/4 inch or so just keep that in mind. I will say a good thing about this cover is all the different latches. So what it does is it makes it really secure. So you've got the latch system here, and then the latch system there. Yes, it could be annoying having to unlatch them all, but it makes it really tight and it makes it really secure. You can see when I hit this, it doesn't crazy bounce because it's got all that support. A lot of other covers will be flimsy and really give you bounce, but this is not terrible. I think that latch system really does pull it tight and make it look a lot more flush than other vinyl tonneau covers. And the awesome feature of this vinyl cover is being able to unlatch it and then bring it all the way back And then unlatch it one more time. Bring that up and secure it to the back glass. So that's really great because now you have full bed access. So I do want to show you, with that up like that, you've pretty much got your full bed and it rides just like that. Like I was saying before, I really like hard tonneau covers because they give you full access to your bed, just like this vinyl cover does, but this is a lot more budget friendly. The hard tonneau cover I actually bought on Facebook Marketplace because I couldn't afford that high of a price tonneau cover. And it was right around the same price as a brand new cover that gives you the same full access to your bed. Well guys, that's pretty much it. I appreciate y'all watching this. If you liked it, give it the thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so. Until next time, see y'all.